Hi, welcome to episode 79 of the PassionKnit Spinner podcast. My name is Tracy. You can find me as Schnüffelt here on Raverly and Instagram. There's a Ravelry group for the podcast. Come over, join. There are a lot of interesting things going on, and thank you so much for being here. I'm almost at 80 podcasts, and I filled up the last page in my show notes book. Every podcast I've done so far is in here. And it's full, so I have to get a new book or stop podcasting, one or the other. So we'll see what happens. Okay, now I'm wearing a t-shirt. That's the word. I'm wearing a t-shirt that I made myself, and I showed it last week in my epic sewing podcast that I did. And last time. It wasn't last week. Yeah. You don't do this for two weeks and you completely forget everything about it. So yeah, that just happens. Okay, now back to the t-shirt. I made it. The pattern is from a fashion style magazine, which is the German translation for the Nip Mode or Knipmode. I don't know how to say it because I do not speak Dutch. It's a Dutch magazine. So that's the German translation version. And it's a great t-shirt. I discovered that it's a bit too short for my liking, or better, I don't have good bottoms to go with it yet. I need to have a good denim skirt that's a bit more covering up the belly, because right now I feel like it's too close to reveal stuff that shouldn't be revealed. Good. Now let's jump to the knitting in the past. My family and I, we went away for a short trip to Ireland last weekend, and I took some knitting with me, and I packed my wonderful superhero bag. I have no idea where I got it from, but I love it. I'm gonna check if there's a tag in it, but I don't think so. Nope, no tag. But I packed my bag, and I've packed my little takeaway knitting notions. What can I say? I love Batman. And I knit a cowl, and it is the Wolkig, which is a German word for cloudy. It's the Wolkig cowl by Martina Behm, and it's in the current issue of Knitty. So it's a free pattern, which is only fitting because really the pattern is one line. There's a setup row, and there's one row that you repeat over and over. And yeah, super easy to make, looks amazing, and the yarn is perfect for it. The only thing I have to do, I finished this last night. I stayed up till 1:30 because I really wanted to finish my cowl. Now, I'm a bit tired and sleep deprived, so I'm extra weird today. But yeah, this is the cowl. I need to weave in the ends, and I'm not sure yet, but I think I might make another one. I'm gonna put it on for you. I actually am not sure if I should block it or not. I think it's great the way it is right now. What do you think? What do you think? Should I block it or should I just leave it the way it is? Maybe just block it a bit in this direction to make it a bit wider. I don't know. But the yarn that I used is Malabrigo sock. The colorway is Indicita. No idea how to say that, but that's the colorway name. I used up everything except for this bit because, like I said, you repeat one row over and over and over. When you're almost out of yarn, you bind off, and that's it. It's knit on a 4mm needle. I used my Carbons interchangeables because I had them. They were the first that I had in my hands, so that's the reason, and it's done. Used up a whole skein of yarn. It's very nice and soft. Malabrigo sock is a great yarn for everything but socks. I made a pair of socks for myself out of Malabrigo, and I think I washed them twice and then I had to throw them away. So for this cowl, it's perfect because it's so soft and so nice. And the color just works so good with the pattern. You know, there's no weird pooling or stuff going on. It's just really nice. So I can totally recommend the Wollkick cowl by Martina Wim. It's great. Super easy, super quick, done. Now, next up, knitting in a present. I have 2 current active things on the needles. And I'm very sorry for weaving my hair all the time, but my hair is driving me crazy lately. So, good. First thing in my box bag from my friend Martina is a pair of socks. I've shown these before. I'm not in a sock mood lately, not at all. This is the yarn. It's Wollbutt Baku. It's a German commercial sock yarn. And during our vacation, I finished the heel or knit the heel. I don't know where I was last week. I knit the heel and started my way down the foot. Still don't know which size I should make these, but yeah, they're coming along. It's nice to work with the yarn. I like the sock, how it's looking. I just don't want to knit socks right now. So I'm not sure when these will get done. I mean, they will get done, but I don't know when. 64 stitches, top down, US 2s, 2.75 millimeter needles, as always. So you go here. Now for the big thing I've been working on. I showed it no, not again. I showed it last week, or last time on the podcast, and it is the Serenity sweater by Joji Locatelli. I am doing a faded gradient style with it. These are my first 3 yarns that I used, starting here. As you can see, they're not attached to anything right now, so I've gone through those already, and I need them for the sleeves. I'm now on color 4, which is this one. All of my yarns are German indie dyed, and I'm gonna show you the sweater. And I do have a progress keeper on here to show you where I was last time. So here we go. Here I was last time, and here I am now. And I have not worked on it in a week because I wasn't home and then I was sick. So I have done a lot of progress. I think I need to knit another 5 centimeters before I can do the bottom ribbing. And I think the gradient is working out wonderful. Really, really happy with it. Don't know what to tell you. I started with Ätherische Öle sock yarn, went to Sockenroller, into Wollmeise, and I'm now back at a skein of Ätherische Öle. And yeah, I've done a lot of knitting, like a lot of knitting on this. I'm super happy with it. Like I said, I think the gradient is turning out wonderful, and I can't wait to have it done. But it is so warm outside right now that I won't be able to wear it, so I don't know. I really want to get it finished. I think I'm going to focus on it till it's done, and then I'm gonna go and knit something else. I'm using Carbons again. US Force 3.5 millimeter needles. Like the pattern says, I'm doing everything exactly as the pattern says, because why not? It's a perfect pattern. There's nothing you need to change. And that's the knitting for this week. Like I said, I didn't feel like knitting on anything but the sweater, so there's a lot of knitting in there. And then we went away, and when we came back, I was really sick. I'm feeling good now, so no worries, but I didn't want to knit or do anything. And yesterday, I got the spinning bug, so I'm going to show that in a second. For knitting in the future, I don't have anything, because I really want to finish the sweater, and then I'm going to think about new stuff. Now, spinning. I have 4 skeins of yarn that I can show, but they're all still wet. So I'm just going to show them on the hanger, and I'm going to talk about them in length next time. Because, you know, I can't really show them to you when they're still wet. What I did, I spun 2 bobbins of this stuff here, and they were bats that I had carded from leftovers, and I put them together into this yarn, and one of those bats was a piece of bat that I did not make, and I have no idea where it came from, but it felt like the wool hasn't been washed, so it was really sticky and lanolin-y and awful, and I didn't take it out, and that was kind of a mistake, but yeah, it's what it is now. So this was the first skein that I made. I'm gonna show it to you a little bit like this. Applied it yesterday. Like I said, I'm gonna talk about it next week. Then I did not make this one. It was spun and plied and dyed by my friend Barbara. She has an Etsy shop called Almrauschwolle, and she spun this in, I think in January, and I said, oh, I love that, and she gave it to me. She said, you just have to wash it and you can use it. And she was spinning on the rest of it at the moment and decided that I could ply it myself. And I finally did that and washed the skeins of yarn. So this is going to be a gradient, and I'm already sure that I'm going to make a Moody Kerchief by Kirsten Kapoor, because you need 2 colors. And I have 2 colors because I have a lot of the purple and a bit of the green that it goes into. So I'm just going to do it with this one gradient instead of 2 different colors. And then, because Tour de Fleece is coming up, and I'm going to talk about it a bit later, I decided to clear off my bobbins, and I just plied all the leftover bits and pieces from my bobbins together into this 50-gram skein here. So here they are in their entire wet glory. Like I said, I'm going to talk about them next time. So I don't have a lot of stuff to talk about today. Now, next page. Last podcast was on a Monday, I think 2.5 weeks ago. And in this week, there was the Wollmeise sale. It's so bad when I'm doing my English podcast. I'm not English, and you hear that. But I forget how to pronounce German words, which is really bad. So we went to the Wollmeise sale, and I got a lot of stuff there. I'm going to show it to you. I said to my husband, I really would love to go, but I have so much stuff already, and I still have so much Wollmeise left because it's only a 2.5-hour drive. And we used to go there about once a year, but I haven't been there for 4 years. So he said, you know what, we haven't been there forever. Let's just do it. So we drove there, and I set myself a budget, and I got a lot of stuff for that. She had amazing prizes because she's doing a clearance sale for her storage because they have to renovate it. So yeah, I'm going to show you my things. I got 4 skeins of the Wollmeise Pure. They have a knot in them. So what she does, it says nobody's perfect, and there's a K on the label, which means there's a knot in the skein. And I don't mind a knot in a skein, especially not if I know beforehand that it's there. So I got 4 of these. The colorway is Grünfink, which is a bird, a green bird. And I'm going to make myself a sweater. Not sure which, but it will be a sweater because I love this color. Green is perfect. I love green. It's a good color for me. So, and that's it for the sock yarn. I did get, however, 2 sweaters worth of DK and some skeins of lace weight. So here's the first DK weight. It's Campari Piccolo. Did I say lace weight? It's DK. This is my DK weight. Campari Piccolo. It's a screaming bright orange. It already has a purpose. I am going to knit the Radiant sweater by Joji Locatelli from the Interpretations Book 4, and this is going to be the main sweater. And for the yoke, I have a denim blue skein of Wollmeise that I'm going to use. And as these are complementary colors, this is going to look awesome. So yeah, bright orange sweater, here we go. I love it. It's a color I wouldn't have expected to buy, to be honest, because it's very loud and I'm normally a bit more toned down. Weird and freaky, you know, with skulls and Superman stuff on me all the time, but not very colorful. So this is it's going to be interesting. And to stay in the interesting, I also got 4 skeins of the Minze, which is mint colorway, and it looks like this. This is not coming across. It's a really nice, vibrant turquoise. I'm not sure yet, but I think I might knit the anniversary cardigan from the latest Pom Pom magazine, and the pattern is by Raverly. Should have enough, so that's my plan for this. And now for the lace. Wollmeise lace is not the super thin frog hair lace. It's more like a light fingering weight. And these skeins are massive. They are 300-gram skeins, and they have over 1,500 yards per skein. So you can knit a sweater with 1 skein of yarn. And I got 4 of them. First one I got, it's over 1,700 yards. So first skein that I got is Rhabarbe, which means rhubarb. And it's always been one of my favorite colors because I love red and I love green. So this is perfect. This is a bit overweight. It has 328 grams, which gives me roughly another 100 yards. So I have over 1,800 yards of this one. Then I got a color called Puderdöschen. And that is, you know, the powder stuff you put on your face so you're not shiny. I don't do makeup, so I have no idea what it's called. But it's like the compact powder tin. Puderdöschen. I don't know how to translate it better, sorry. But that's the color. It's like a mauvey pink color. I don't know. It's a nice, in German we would say Altrosa. Then, this has to be my favorite, Aspen Tree. It's greens, yellows, black, and gray. It's perfect. This is my color. I love it so much. That was the first one that I put in my big bag and I never took out because it's so gorgeous. And then the last skein I bought, my son picked this out of the shelf, and you know, everything he picked out is just put back in and took care that he doesn't do bad things. And I saw only this side of the skein as a, oh, I really don't want that, put it back. And he insisted of pulling it out completely, and then I saw the rest of it. And I mean, it's orange and mustard yellow and black. That alone is awesome. But it's also named after one of my favorite band's songs, and it's called Pinball Wizard. And the Pinball Wizard is a song by The Who. And I love The Who. So this is awesome. So yeah, I got 4 skeins of the Wollmeise lace. No idea what to do with them yet, but I will find something and it will be perfect, I'm sure. So yeah, that's the things that I got at the Wollmeise sale. And like I said, I'm really happy with everything. There's a fly, it drives me crazy. Okay, now we went to Ireland, and I always bring back a lot of things from Ireland that are crafting related, mainly magazines, because I can't get them here, or I would have to special order them, which would make them super expensive, and that's just not worth it for me. So I got a lot of sewing magazines when I was there. I'm not going to go through them. I got one knitting magazine. It's the Knit Now. I got one cross stitch magazine, and the rest is all sewing related. And what I really want to show is this. I got this at Eason. You can see it was super cheap. It's a tin thingy to hang up. And this will go on my craft room door or in the reading room. Not sure yet. Because I feel like, you know, if you know Harry Potter, if you don't, hello. The room of requirement always gives you whatever you need. And I feel like I do have almost everything I would need for my crafting in my craft room. So that would be good. But also, if I put it on the reading room upstairs, you know, you can escape everywhere you want to when opening a book. So I feel like it's better suited up there. I think I'm going to put it in the reading room. And then I got crafting related stuff. We went to a shop called Knitwits and Crafty Stitchers. It's in Galway, which is my favorite city on earth. And I got 4 fat quarters coordinating. So these 2 will go together and these 2 will go together. And I'm going to make project bags for myself, I think, because I only have one still. Then I got a skein of Head Over Heels sock yarn from Style Craft. And I love the color. And you know, this is just typical me. Can you see? There's a knot in it. I didn't see it when I bought it, but it happens to me all the time. All the time. I'm so used to it, I don't even complain anymore. Then I got 2 skeins of Debbie Bliss Fine Donegal, which is a single ply tweed yarn. I got it in mustard yellow and this like fern green. Because I have a lot of Rowan Fine tweed, which is the exact same makeup of yarn. You know, it's a single, it's very thin, like this, like fingering weight. And I think I do have the I do have the fine tweed in orange, in black, in a royal blue, and in a like a porridge color. And I think together with these, I could do some amazing color work with it. So that's why I got those. And then I got some just, you know, needles to weave in ends because I haven't seen those here. And I think this is perfect because you need these all the time. You need these? No, you need those all the time. And the last thing that I got, because I always get it when I'm in Ireland, is yarn from Studio Donegal. And I got the soft Donegal, which is made from merino yarn, which does not come from Ireland, and I know that. But the other one is too scratchy. I'm sorry. But it is spun in Kilcar, which is in County Donegal. And I've been to the Kilcar shop a few times before, but these I got in Leenan, which is at the fjord, in the visitors center and what's it called? Visitors center and sheep shop museum, whatever. So yeah, I got 2 skeins and I really want to make a pair of totally cabled mittens for myself. So that's the Ireland craft haul. And that's almost it for this week. I do not have an indie of the week, but I do have stuff for reading, listening, watching. I am reading a book right now. It's called So Not a Hero. I have no idea who's written it, but I got it on Kindle Unlimited. It's in English, and it's about a superhero, or more a supervillain. And she was just released from jail and she's trying to live a normal life now after being the big bad's girlfriend forever. And she wants to change her life and kind of happens to help out one of the good guys by accident, mainly because she wanted to save herself because the other bad guys are not too nice to her now. And he's recruiting her to help with the superhero squad to keep the bad guys in line. And that is where I am right now. She's been recruited and the other heroes really dislike her because they had some run-ins with her in the past, and yeah, It's fun. It's super light. Not big literature, really, but it's a fun read. So that's what I'm reading. I am listening to the third Harry Potter audiobook in German right now. It's read by Felix von Manteuffel and it's great. I also am going to talk about music for the first time. If you know me at all a little bit in real life, I love music. I listen to music all the time. We do not have real television. We do have the actual thing, and we do have DVDs. We have Amazon Prime, we have Netflix, and that's it. So there's no real television going on in this house, but we do listen to music a lot and all the time. And there's a sentence I never thought I would say, but I absolutely love the Harry Styles album, and I bought it. I listened to it on Spotify first because, you know, why pay money for something you might not like? So I listened to it on Spotify and I fell in love, so I bought the album and it is amazing. And yeah, I never thought I would say it, but it is. It's great. And the reason I would never have thought that I would say that is I'm not a big boy band fan. Never really was. I'm more of a rock, metal kind of girl, or, you know, old school stuff, but boy band stuff not so much. But this album is great, I have to say. And I also got tickets for the show in Munich next year. So yeah, if you have the chance, go out and listen to it because I personally think it's amazing. And now for watching. My husband and I, we watched this show completely, I think 9 years ago. And we loved it so much. And we still love it. So we used to do series like binge watching. And since we have our child, we never really had the time or opportunity to sit down and just watch a bunch of episodes of show. And then this week it dawned on us that as my husband works from home and his work takes place in America, he has a very different timetable than other people around here do because he starts his work in the afternoon and ends in the night. So when our son is in Kita in the morning, we have time together. And we never really realized it because, you know, why see the obvious? So we sat down yesterday and we watched Veronica Mars. And let me just say, Veronica Mars is awesome for several reasons. First of all, it's super fun. And yeah, it's actually, we never would have gotten this box of DVDs for ourselves if it had not been recommended to us by a good friend. And we were over there for dinner and he looked at me and said, "Do you know Veronica Mars?" And I thought it's a person, a singer, or whatever. And I said, "Nope." "What is that?" He said, "It's a TV show. You really should watch it." And I said, "Okay, what's it about?" And he told us that's about a teenage girl who's like a PI in her own right. And yeah, it didn't really sound like something I would love to watch. And then he said, "You really should watch it because she is exactly like you." And he's kind of right. She's very sassy, very sarcastic. And I am that way as well. So we did buy the box set and we watched the first 2 episodes and we were hooked, and we finished the 3 seasons back when we started them the first time, I think in 2 weeks or so. So if you ever have the chance to watch Veronica Mars, you should do it. Do it. It's an awesome show. I love it. I especially love Logan, I have to say. Absolutely. So Veronica Mars, if you want to know how I am in real life, watch Veronica Mars because that's exactly who I am. Yeah, which might not be a good thing every time, all the time, but that's, yeah, I'm not perfect. So I do not have sewing, I do not have cross stitch, I do not have weaving. I have 2 things for everything else. The first thing, the combo spin Salcal that I have been hosting with Debbie, who is Doodler01 on Instagram and Raverly. is ending today. It's the last day today. So you have time until my next podcast to get up everything you finished, all the pictures, get everything in. And next time I will draw for at least 2 winners. I don't know yet what, possibly fiber, because, you know, it's all about the fiber. And yeah, thank you so much for everyone who participated in it. It's been so overwhelming to go and open the group on Ravelry and see that there are another 50 entries in this group, and it's been awesome. I will keep it open, keep going, keep spinning, keep showing me what you come up with. It's just wow. I never thought that my little video would take on this huge thing. It's just wow. And thank you so much to everyone who tried it out and fell in love, or tried it out and didn't fall in love. You know, it's okay. You don't have to love it. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Thanks for participating. Get your pictures in. Prizes next week. And then Tour de Fleece. I am back into my spinning mojo, and something is peeking. Ouch. It's poking me in my little muffin top here. Okay, Tour de Fleece. It starts tomorrow. It will go, I think, until the 27th. I don't know, but I don't care. Tour de Fleece starts tomorrow. I have a very specific plan, and I am going to do an extra video for that. And I'm going to upload that one tomorrow. I'm possibly going to wear the exact same thing, but because I hope that I will have time to do it now, as long as my husband and my son are out. We'll see. Keep your fingers crossed for me, because that would be perfect if I could get it out now. So yeah, if you are interested in Tour de Fleece or spinning, check my video out that I'm going to put out tomorrow. And if not, just don't. Yeah, that's it for this week. I hope you all have a wonderful week. I will talk to you again as soon as possible. Not going to say next week, because we all know that's not going to happen. But yeah, have a good one. Bye.